judgment calls mid-seed, and it really matters. It really impacts your time.
So we have officially gotten underway here.
Alright, unfortunately just a red octo on this first screen, which you always want to see a bomb dropper there. Like, you're always crossing your fingers that you see a bomb dropper right there.
Yeah, 2 places you definitely want to see those bomb droppers. 1 as the first potential enemy kill, and 2 outside of dungeons.
Absolutely. We got level 3 and level 3 here. Starting us off.
Alright.
Leslie found some bomb droppers here. Early item for random? Nope. Just a staircase.
And naturally, no luck for Leslie.
Yeah, random really has to hope for either a bomb drop or a key drop in the corner here. It's the map. You want the map, you not right there. Good lord. All right, he's got other places he can go here. That stairway was not the only path in 3.
Yeah, goodness, there. Level 3 has a couple of different twists to it.
Oh no. Yeah, he's gonna see if there's a drop here, just depending on what these roll. If these are too high, it doesn't look like they are. He might bounce, but he's doing some damage right now. Leslie on half a heart trying to get across this bridge. Ooh, good dodge.
Then greeted by a bunch of blue Lionels.
Oh, exactly. I thought we were doing the Matrix there and getting in. Unfortunately, death and's gonna have to do it over. Yikes.
Makes me wonder if he's going to choose a different dungeon to go to first now, or if we're going to go at it one more time.
I think you're right. It is a good call. I think he's going to go over to level 2. Alright, random checking out that shoot room one more time. This is a drop room. Not going to be a push block because you see that shutter door on the left. Let's see if there's anything that's going to drop out for random here in this room. It's going to push us all the way to the right. Nope, shortcuts. Nothing drops.
Good call by chat. Leslie going over to Taikini to get a heart. Now, if my previous work tells me anything, it's that he will now get through that screen without taking a single hit.
Just do it damageless. Absolutely. Random, unfortunately, getting no resources over here. No bombs, no keys, but sees a Triforce. That's an easy level to come back and come back into once you get some more resources, so he can bounce right here and head up to Vanilla 1. Yeah, anytime you get bombs like Leslie did and you just go along the coast, grab that heart, and got heart right too, you're already at 5 hearts, and it's so much easier to do combat then.
Yeah. Getting those early hearts, I know you are a proponent. You know, it's easy in this flag set with knowing where the dungeons are to kind of skip the idea of finding secrets, money secrets, and take-inies. I know you're a big fan of getting some money and getting some hearts on the overworld.
Yeah, I like to have the resources heading in. I never want to be in the northeast without 6 hearts, so I always route those in. And then I never want to get into like the deeper dungeons where you're going to need bombs and trying to find bomb holes without the money to buy a bomb upgrade. So I'm usually, like you said, a big proponent of getting that money early. Good combat here with the bombs on Leslie's side. We do see level 8 on that Vanilla 1 spot. So what is in here might be a boon for random or a waste of time, and Leslie's in the right place. We'll see.
Yeah, like earlier in the first race, Leslie Pro was the first one to find level 1. That's usually an exciting thing. Turns out that the items in there were 2 heart containers and a boomerang.
And unfortunately,
even worse for level 8.
Yeah, and for random, he sees a push block there with Dodongos in a... Didn't have a bomb drop the entire game. 4 minutes in. He's getting a heart out of 8, though. Do you think those Dodongos hold the second secret, or is that just a transport?
This early in the dungeon, I'm gonna say it's probably transport, probably from here.
Yeah, I want to see him go back to those Dodongos, right? Oh, it's not, but we see some bomb droppers here.
And now he knows.
That's right. There's always that one every seed, though, single block room that does nothing, and you swear under your breath.
Now watch this be a double be another transport staircase now that he's going back.
Right. Does have some bombs. He's going back because of those Dodongos, so I love this play right now.
And it's also right over by the Triforce.
Yep. Unfortunately, Leslie taking a death in 2. I do want to see what's in 2. Again, we have 2 floor items. And Random blows open the bomb hole there. He was not trying to do that. Completely whiffed on the bomb, but lucks out, fortunately. Is able to take out 2 with the other one and refill back up to 8. So good work here by Random. What's under this stair?
What did I say about 2 heart containers? And,
that was you, man. I'm blaming you. Fully blame you on this one.
Yeah. If he digs out a boomerang, I'll know that this was a setup.
Yeah. Leslie now checking some Armos for us, which is nice. The good thing about checking these Armos when you check the West is that you're getting money as your consolation prize. So even if this does not work out, you're at least getting around $40 out of this. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah. And, to his benefit, the small secret rolled a little bit high. We'll see how the medium goes, perhaps.
41.
Oh, I think that's actually impossible.
I think it is too. Well, we've lucked out. We were up $3 on the medium and 2 on the small, so money is flowing in this seat.
Yeah. We all love the giant large secret when it's like 140, but having a high medium secret is just as good.
Oh yeah, there's what, 6 or 7 of them all around, or 9 or something like that. I don't know. I'm counting.
There's more than I know where they are. I'll put it that way.
Exactly. Random with no keys right now. There's been no key in either of the 2 levels that he's been at. No, I think he's had 1. I think he's been able to pop 1 door. That's it. So not a lot of resources over on Random's side. Leslie's seen more dungeons. It's a little more overworld knowledge of what's going on right now. Unfortunately for Random, his time in this 8 has just been nothing. Just showed up nothing.
Yeah, I mean, he's so close. He's got 2 items. They're both heart containers. And he's right next to the Triforce, but he through non-bombable walls and key issues, not able to make his way over there.
Yeah. So again, we talked about kind of a waste of time type of thing. This is a level that if you go mode this last or something like that, if you're fortunate enough to do that, you don't have to do all this because that compass was pretty early on.
Oh, yeah. And in theory, you have a key.
Yeah, exactly, and you're able to get it. Are you going to use 2 bombs here? I think he is. Just 1. Clears it out. No drop. Again, no keys. And this is not a drop room.
Oh, no. Yeah.
But Random's got the bounce from this 8, I think. Leslie found 6. Was this up at Vanilla 8 or Vanilla 5, I mean?
I would suspect so.
Yeah.
Cheap bomb upgrade and a quick Triforce.
I like it. That was a great 6 so far. And this, I would leave 6 if I'm Leslie. There's no reason to be up here. Go grab white sword item. You've got a Triforce. You can come back here later. I know it's frustrating not having anything from any dungeons, 8, 9 minutes in, but this is not really a place that I would spend a lot of time currently.
Yeah, I would rather entertain the notion of never having to come back up the hill ever again.
Leslie's going to stick it out, and this is usually where I'm wrong when I'm. So if I tell somebody to get out of a dungeon, it's got the bow or the silvers or something. So guaranteed Leslie's going to hook up with something here. All right, so white sword was the Armos item, so that is a huge find early on. So let's see it, the 9-minute mark. Random grabs that. Let's see how long it takes Leslie to get over there, because that is a distinct combat advantage as you're clearing these dungeons.
Oh, yeah, no.
Especially
Absolutely.
when you're looking on her screen and seeing all these Darknets liquid.
Yeah, and you see, in a seed where the enemy HP is plus or minus 2, something rolls a little high, that white sword negates that real fast.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you think about your options right here, bounce from level 6, which is a little bit tougher combat. You could have gone and got the white sword item, which we don't know what it is yet, and checked the Armos, or you can spend some time in level 6 with 5 hearts and a wood sword. So it's kind of these decisions right here that make or break. It could absolutely pay off. It could be 2 rooms in, we get both items in your
yeah.
But you could spend some time in here too.
That's very true. I kind of equate it to when when we all complain about the fourth down decision a coach makes in a football game, you gotta remember they have about 35 seconds to make that decision and get that plan put into action. So it's very easy for us to sit back and weigh all the positives and negatives versus being in the heat of the race and saying, you know what, I'm going for it. I'm here in level 6. Let's do it.
Yeah, you've got the controller in your hand. You're the one making the decision. And if you pause, everybody's like, well, why are you pausing? You gotta go. Speedrunning game. And they're making decisions on the fly.
Gotta go fast.
Exactly. But America's built on Monday morning quarterbacking, dude. Armchair quarterbacks, Monday morning decision making is the best.
You're not wrong.
Wrapped in 5, sir.
Meanwhile, RandomEffekt finds another item he will need.
That's pretty important, and that's going to open up a dungeon we have not seen level 1 yet, which is a key dungeon you want to find early. So the more exploration items you find like this, it's going to open up the smaller dungeons, the 1, the 4 we haven't seen. So I love finding like a raft or a record early on. And naturally, you have to have it to beat the game, so. And a wand. Oh my god, what a 5. This is really, really coming up roses for random right now. And Leslie trying to find this white sword item, so this is going to be good. New exploration. Leslie, get over there. Don't take this other heart of damage. Whew. Power bracelet. All right. Oh, but you can't get it until you have 6. This is why you don't go up there without 6.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Tried to pick up magical sword with, or no, that was a different race earlier. I saw someone try to pick up the magical sword with 13 hearts and failed. I was thinking, man, the old men are rolling poor for Leslie Pro. That was someone else, but still.
The point holds. Yeah.
Maybe the dig in 6 was a thought of I've got to do something unconventional and hope it pays off against Random because he blitzed me in the first race. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been there before. I've gone up against people when I went up against Saver and stuff. I'm brainstorming, how can I do something different and still be in the realm of possibility? You've got to do 6 way if 6 had it easy. But that's a great call by Leslie. So yeah, we're doing a lot of second guessing as commentators, and we don't know what's in their head and what their strategy is. So there's the Triforce for Random. That compass really, really helped out. I love this though. He has both items in here. He's looking for keys. He knows he's been key blocked, routinely in this seed. So he's taking a couple minutes right now, making sure he has the resources to finish out some of the other levels. So this is a great heads-up move by a very, very seasoned director. All right, so you can see Random grab this Triforce. Now goes up with a 2-1 Triforce lead. But honestly, Leslie has the better of the 2 Triforces. That level 6 Triforce is pretty daunting a lot of times, and having that already done could be very, very advantageous.
It could. However, it was a very fast Triforce that Leslie kind of made slower than it needed to be, so if Random gets over there and is not digging for items, he's going to get it real fast.
Yeah, 100%. Yep. The good thing for Leslie is that Leslie's going to get a couple hearts in here that were pretty easy. This is level 3. Never mind, we didn't see much because we had no keys. Leslie, unfortunately, coming in with no keys means we're going to have the same situation.
Yeah.
I thought this was 8. My fault. That was on Vanilla 1.
Maybe the best thing that happened to RandomEffekt, finding level 5 and getting a couple of keys under his belt.
Absolutely. And going back to that white sword item, it's not really a loss if you're Leslie because you don't really need that. You use it a couple times maybe in a seed. And the funny thing is, one of the times you would use it is to go back up and check the white sword item again. So
yeah.
you're not gonna have it to go back up there easily to check it again. So it's probably in the dust, and you're never gonna see that out of Leslie's.
Yeah, I guess you have to. It's a situation where if you're needing to get back up there and you don't have the recorder and you need to get back up to vanilla level 5, it can be useful. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty much limited to getting yourself over near the grave.
You see Random right now going and checking. He's trying to get his candle, at least get some knowledge on how much the candle is. Make sure it's not a shop. which it is. It's 56. He needs 7 more rupees, but this is going to allow him to do all of the East in one go. So I really like this play.
Yeah. Every time I convince myself, it doesn't matter when you get your candle, as long as you get it, that's when it turns out that the key to jetting through the seed was in one of those dungeons over there.
Yeah, he's only got a couple more enemies to kill to get that certain 5er. Unfortunately, he's seen Piats, our favorite enemy, all over this overworld, which you don't want to sit there because... Anyway.
He's got his cash now.
He does. He's going back. Leslie now says, nope, I got my Triforce in 3. No, going back in, seeing if we can do a little damage on the rest of this level. Is trying to scope it out. That map was pretty early on, so be interested to see if Leslie can make any more headway than Random did. I think we're just going to find a lot of blocks. All right, so Random going to go get that heart. He's on 5 hearts right now. This is going to guarantee him 6. Heart Rock would also do it. But if you've got to go this way anyway, this is a pretty common path to take. All right, there's our map that we saw from Random forward, and you're like, okay, give me a key, and it drops the last thing you wanted to see. You're never going to be mad at a map in shapes, but you are when you see 2 doors that you can't unlock.
Yeah, it's almost worse than not getting a drop.
Remind me when we talk to Random to make fun of him for missing the bush.
Those high-level Zelda players love to skirt the edges of everything on the bomb holes and the...
See, he's trying to make up for it right now. These, nice crisp scrolls here and going through the HUD and showing you all that. He missed a bush, Liquid. Missed a bush. Oh, recorder on the coast.
All right, so ladder 100% required. I know I've heard tale of some of these week 5 flags where the ladder isn't technically required.
Let's move on. Let's move on quickly. Random find level 4 is under the burn bush, so one of the earlier levels that you definitely want to find. A couple items in here. Let's see if there's anything important in level 4 today. And key problems are solved.
There's one thing he did not have last race, although I think he wound up having like somewhere 13 or 14 keys going into level 9.
You know what? He still, if you told him the Annie key was there, like right now you're talking about it, he still would have made that play in 5 to pick up the couple extra. Because even if you say, hey, the level you're going to has the Annie key, you could have key blocks on the way. You don't know how deep into that level it is, so he's going to pick up those keys regardless, so that's not wasted time for him.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Yeah, with level 5 known, I'm not sure how the whole logic of it works out, but it seems to be widely accepted that it is key positive most of the time.
Yeah, for sure. If you know where 5 is and you need keys, that is the dungeon to be diving. Leslie's doing some great work on those Gleeoks over there. Some good combat. Just unfortunately, it's a tough room to do it in. Took a death.
Yeah, I mean, you look at some of the major choke points of the world record route in vanilla, and what is one of the biggest ones? It's Gleeok with a wood sword and a few hearts. Yeah,
that early one in level 4 you've got to face on the, you said, is kind of the linchpin on it. Can you go 3 first or not? I mean, that's your question right there. Can you beat Gleeok? Yeah, okay, let's try the route. Can you not? It's a little too early for you.
Yeah, because chances are if you can do that, there's all the other hard stuff you can probably handle as well, and we all know it doesn't matter what your time is leaving level 3.
Right. Oh yeah, exactly. 100%. All right, Leslie, now going through the Lost Woods like we all did 20 years ago. This is how a naturalist does it. I like it. Random now at level 2. I'm going to find, hopefully, something Leslie was not able to, but we've got keys now, we've got combat, so maybe Random will come out of here a little bit better than Leslie did. These dark nets, you see what this wand and white sword, the huge difference between what we saw on Leslie earlier and what Random is fortunate enough to pick up before he came into here. Sometimes the sequencing of events matters so much in this.
You hear it. You hear it all the time. Right order, wrong order. It's a very real thing.
It is. It 100% is. Well, the good news right now is Leslie's in the right dungeon. So it's 2-2 on Triforces. The 5 Triforce is pretty accessible. You're going to get the compass. You're going to be able to bomb into it. So Triforce might be 3-3 here in the next couple minutes, and Leslie's going to have exact same tools that Random does with a little more knowledge in the north as well. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, if Leslie can dig out the raft and the wand both at a level 5, that'll be a step in the right direction for sure.
Yeah, it's one of those, you get down in the first quarter, 14-0 or whatever, and the other team's got the ball. All of a sudden, you get that fumble, you get sparks something in your direction, and team kind of rallies. So let's see if this helps out Leslie.
Yeah, level 5. I will go to my grave as my least favorite dungeon in Shapes.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't like 5. I like 5 for the keys and the resources that you can acquire, but 5 seems almost as tough as 6 to dig out. It's usually double segmented, or segmented at least, and it's a pain to get through it. It feels like you're also in there for 10 minutes every scene.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel.
Yep.
It's the first dungeon that bomb walls are hateful on.
Random is sitting here looking at a dig dogger, did the rest of that too, with I don't think got anything out of it. I'm going to see right now, can he go to the right? Nope. He's trying to go, I don't know what that little intro pirouette was.
So, could we be looking at a double block here for level 2?
Yeah, it could be. That's crazy. So if the dig dogger is required, we know the recorder's on the coast, which means we gotta even get the ladder before back here. Yep. So where will that ladder be? Maybe in 6 that Leslie bounced from? Could be a possibility. Leslie now getting the white sword, so that's good news. Didn't get the Triforce out of 5, left 5, unfortunately. 2 great items inside of 5. But no keys and no bombs might be the reason over there, Liquid.
Yeah. I am glad he went over, he made his way over here, though, because, 22 minutes in is no time to still be wondering what the Armos item is. It's too much free knowledge to pass up.
Yeah, Dracados rules in the first 3 minutes, or you should. I don't go that far, but the sentiment is there for sure. No one went up to Vanilla yet, Bogey. That's a great question. It's still kind of out there. We're still missing level 1, which could be under Recorder Lake, could be level 9. Those are the only 2 items or places we have not checked yet. Think Random's going to bounce out of 6?
Maybe.
With the Triforce?
I mean, I would.
Or stay.
No, I feel like with the 1 race lead, you start to get a little bit of more flow to your game, and he's gonna just start making the right decisions by virtue of not doing anything he absolutely doesn't have to do, which turns out to be the right play more often than not.
This is heartbreaking on Leslie's side because went up and did the play to go up to Vanilla 9, still sitting on no bombs. There's just been absolutely nothing to drop him bombs right now.
That was a painful overworld excursion for sure.
And I think that was the correct play. Yeah. It's crazy. Sometimes that's what the seed gives you. This is a bomb dropper. Global, nope.
It's like when you drop a bomb or fire a silver arrow into a fire and you see him split into those keys, you're like, this is what you've given me.
Right. Thanks, game. You have to have the perfect wand and magical sword swing at the same time just to produce a bomb. Alright, so this will tell us a lot on where Random's head is once he gets this Triforce out of here. Now, he might go different directions because he's got the anti-key. I'm pretty sure he's going to pick up this upgrade. Yeah, having the candle already. We'll see what Random does after this room. He's staying. Yeah, that right there, that tells you that he's staying in 6. All right, so Leslie picking up some money. Maybe going blue ring. This might signify that type of a purchase. Picking up quite a bit of money with the candle already in hand. Definitely going to try to get in this level 1, which we know is level 8. Because that's where she died, or he died earlier.
Yeah, we didn't get a ton of information about level 8 earlier with Random.
Just a couple hearts that we found, like a couple rooms in, and then he took off even without the Triforce. But he didn't have a lot of resources here either.
Yeah, we could be seeing a repeat of the bomb issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be interesting when he gets to those triple Dodongos, see if they can generate the bombs on the orange Gurias on the other stairs. He saw a wall master. Nothing's going to drop out of this room, but that wall master, it hid until right when he went through the doorway, and he's like, son of a gun, I got to go back.
I saw that too. That was perfect or imperfect timing, I guess, depending on who you're rooting for in that situation, the wall master or Link.
Right. Oh my gosh. Well, you got the money. Opens the door back up. Leslie knows this has got to be an item right here. Just very frustrated because he bombs right now. Which was the whole reason you couldn't get in that Vanilla 9 location, too. So bombs coming up to bite him twice.
Yeah, I don't know that I have seen bombs be such a premium in any of these races yet, to the extent that they have been here in these first 25 minutes.
Alright, so able to get the first heart container out of here. Knows most likely where the other... And there's staircases that he hasn't seen yet and whatnot. But the first item is in the bag for Leslie. See if he takes the transport, and these orange Gurias can hook him up here. Also, he didn't scroll, but oh yeah, he can clip, so that's good news.
Oh, we just found one of the items in level 6.
The bow on the floor, eh?
It was the bow. Bow mode engage for Random.
So like I said, stay in level 6 as much as you can.
I think we both said that was the right play, right?
That's right, yeah. Don't leave here. Of course don't leave. Triforce early, gotta get out of there. If I'm commentating, man, that's just what happens. Random says enough of this, I'm out of here. And another reason Random's doing this right now is he knows also there's only 2 levels left that he cannot that he can check. One's Vanilla 9 and then one's Record Lake, but he's got to get the ladder first. He's banking on this Vanilla 9 location being level 1. No matter what it is, he knows there's 2 items there compared to the one that's in this level 6 that he just left. So 2 versus 1, he's going to go up here all day. So his natural progression, he wants to see the ladder in this one to get him the recorder to be able to get him the silvers in level 7. That's under vanilla level 7.
So here we are in level 7. Speaking of,
it's Wizrows.
What a room!
And you can't bomb left, so you're on the bottom row. You've got to clear this out. Your combat has to come to play. Leslie's probably happy he wasn't able to get in there earlier.
That probably would have been a nope real fast.
Can you go north? Oh no.
Yeah. You kind of have to commit yourself to saying, okay, I'm going to use all of my bombs and have all of my health when I walk in there, and do the best you can.
All right, so Random saying, nope, you know what? Instead of banging my head against Wizrow, there was a level 3 over here I was key blocked in. It's a very quick up A. Let me go check out what's in here. And if this has the goods, I don't have to mess with level 7 until very later in the race.
Yeah. We did see the floor drop item in level 8 just now on Leslie Pro's side. It wasn't quite boomerang level, but it was the red candle, which at this point loses some of its luster, although, you know, when it's on the floor like that, you're certainly not turning it down.
No, and without the wand, remember, Random has the wand, and so that's actually an upgrade offensively, Leslie. It's a repeatable ranged weapon. When you're in a room with bubbles, it's going to help out, so Leslie is pretty happy to see that red candle.
Yeah. Or if you're in a room like Random was just in with those blue Lanmolos.
All right, so Leslie got everything out of this 8. So a good 8 for Leslie. Does know where the Triforce is. The question is, can he get to it? I believe he can. So should be able to make it out of here and not have to come back.
Speaking of not being able to make it to things, we have Random finding out that he's blocked off from a good chunk of level 3.
Yeah, that's no fun. So the play he thought was the correct one, unfortunately, and it probably was. Statistically, it probably was. You're not usually going to have a ladder block in 3. Just for some reason did not work out this time, so he's got to go back and do the combat. He knows he has to do the combat in 7. This is just a must. Otherwise, he's looking for the floor item in 8, which he's going to go do.
I get the feeling Random will be less pleased with it than Leslie Pro was.
This is kind of one of those backward seeds to where we could have a situation where, let's say, are in 7 with the ladder or something like that. You got a situation where your level 1 is complete go mode, which you never want to have because you want the goods in level 1. You see early Triforce, maybe I should keep doing it. There's 3 items in here anyway, but that's usually just spent time.
Yeah, it's the worst finding it. It's silly to say, but yeah, it's the worst to find early Triforce in level 1. You're thinking, man, I was going to dig this out.
Exactly. Yeah, we know the ladder cannot be in level 1 for chat because level 1 is under Recorder Lake, and the Recorder is sitting as our coast item. So ladder's got to be somewhere outside of that.
Yep, and Leslie Pro made it around whatever was blocking Random earlier in level 8 to get to where the Triforce was, and he was ladder blocked from it, so it wasn't just keys and bombs that were going to keep you from it.
Alright, so I can't remember exactly where the red candle was, but it wasn't too far from this location, I don't think. Let's refill your bombs, Mr. 11 Bombs over here. Alright, so Leslie trying to do this workaround, like you said. Unfortunately, there's nothing going to drop in that room ever. Can't go south there, so probably a stair or something that not able to get to because of that water right there.
Yeah, I mean, he was one room south of the Triforce and had a river blocking.
Yeah. All right, so Random got his red candle. Now knows where the probably going to run into the exact Leslie.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We could have our first high five here.
Yeah, the entire race. And again, this is only a 3-2 Triforce lead. It's not a lead right now. Random's got some upgraded weapons and having that wand, but that's it, really. I mean, got the bow out of 6, which was a nice thing to get when Leslie's left that dungeon with the Triforce already. Might take him a while to get back there, but the bow can't do anything without arrows. So really, there's not much of a difference besides that one Triforce there.
Yeah, and that combat advantage that Random has with the wand is going to do him lickety-split a difference against the key room right now that we're seeing, that room at level 7 with those whiz robes.
I think right here you're going to see the advantage. Oh, yeah, you're right. This was the room that had the water block. I don't think we can go right from here. Wow, that Triforce is completely surrounded by water. I should say that's the one thing that he needs to get through. That's the only way into the room. It's nuts.
So I'm curious as to what Random's doing here.
Oh, no. Leslie found the workaround. It actually is. It's a key door through. Remember that triple jackpot room that kind of looks like slot machines?
Oh,
that room
yeah.
there that Random got stuck in is just to the right of the Triforce. You can get there.
Okay. We just didn't have any keys earlier when he got there.
Yeah, Leslie's there right now.
Leslie Pro.
And unfortunately, this is not going to drop one. So there is a workaround. I'm glad they're both in there sticking it out. Unfortunately, not going to work out this time for Leslie. But Leslie knows when Leslie's doing cleanup, knows exactly how to get there, knows the path. It's going to be a very easy cleanup. So go do something else. You're not leaving anything inside this dungeon. It's time to probably go up to level 7 for both.
Yeah, and once again, you and I sitting around here thinking ladders required for something when it turns out not to be.
That's right. That's right. And we know this seed, though, chat. Ladder is required. We know for a fact. I'm not crazy. I don't spend 20 minutes randomly in seeds looking for ladders. When
I mean, you do, but that's beside the point. We have to get the ladder in order to get into at least one dungeon.
That's right. And see, because Leslie's not really a scroller, this is pretty easy for Random to come up here and just check out Vanilla 9 whenever. Leslie's got to be in the West already, unless I don't know how much he does those scrolls. I haven't seen one out of him this game at all yet, so getting up here is a little more difficult than it is for Random.
Yeah, no, I hadn't seen one in either of the 2 races so far tonight. But that doesn't necessarily always mean anything. I avoid doing screen scrolls until I absolutely have to, and then I bust one out on that screen.
Yeah, absolutely. This is just such a rough room. It's almost one where, you gotta... Random's way better at combat than I am, like hands down that every day of the week. But it's almost one you just have to sit in the doorway. Just take your lump, sit in the doorway, and get through it, because you got 6 there looking at you. You have no defense whatsoever. See, I would do this doorway play all day, and I like that he got in there and kind of... and he'll clean these up really easily now, but I think the doorway play was the right one there.
Yeah, and to make matters worse, of course, one, it's the only way into the dungeon, but 2, no grid in that room to help yourself.
And you're rewarded with that?
Yeah.
Come on, game. Yeah, Jader makes a great point in chat, too. You do not want to up A now. Once you're past that block, you've got to do this entire dungeon without dying, because otherwise you've got to go through that again. There is nothing in that room that's going to lock them out. There's no traps, there's no bubbles, anything. So he's got to be into this to win it. He cannot take a Triforce right now, can't take an early Triforce, he can't do anything. Got to clear this entire level. He's not taking an early Triforce anyway.
I'll say, well, looking at that compass location, there is no such thing as an early Triforce in here.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Leslie running into all the ladder blocks. This is just a very blocked seed in general. Unfortunately, every path Leslie's taken just been very unfortunate.
And RandomEffekt, because he's random, gets a bomb drop off of a Wallmaster on accident.
He'll tell you.
But wasn't able to pick it up. He didn't even He didn't even know that Wallmaster was there.
I know, but he'll tell you. He'll be like, "Oh, I knew going through that room. This is what was going to happen. It's a high probability."
What does he know about statistics?
Yeah. Okay, you see really, really solid combat here. Just staying on the bottom half tiles, on the right half tiles of these Wizrobes. This guy's locked here. If you stay to the right, he's just going to phase through here every time. Yeah, this is really good combat by Random on his side.
And there was some pretty smart combat as well by Leslie on the other side. Not nearly as aggressive or precise as what Random was doing with those Wizrobes, but dealing with Dark Nuts exactly, textbook manner. Keeping your space around them when they're primed to turn and staying on those full tiles.
And we talked about it earlier, don't want to up A. Random's back at the start of this dungeon. That's terrible. Just a unavoidable block that there's nothing that Random could have done. Don't want to die here again. Oh, good bomb right there. It takes out 3 of them at once.
Yeah, they had to go down soon because he hit so many of them with so many of those bombs.
All right, he's gonna lock these in. So the play Random's doing right now is if you leave a room and come back, any enemy that you've killed will stay killed even if you die now. So what he did is he locked 4 of those 6 deaths in there, and he's just going to do the rest of the combat just in case something bad were to happen. Yeah, that's what it's looking like, Chad, is that the ladder's most likely a floor drop in this level. We've also got a drop inside 6 that we didn't, or not a drop, but a staircase item inside 6 that we weren't able to see. So there's still quite a bit out there that they can discover or go through, but I think Random's probably in the right place right now.
Yeah, and you've got a choice between finding one item in 7 and one item in 6, and you have the map in 7. Seven's to play.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. So I like this because this is a shutter door right here. So if Random goes in here and gets trapped and gets shot right away, you're in trouble. So he went ahead and used the potion on this side of the door, knowing that door could close behind him and be trouble. So again, just a lot of pro veteran moves you're seeing from his side.
The only possible advantage that level 6 might have in this situation is that you're looking for a staircase item as opposed to just having to clear rooms, possibly.
Yep, you're exactly right. Leslie now with the white sword back here in a room that he was in before. Going to have a little bit more luck, most likely, with this room. But Dark Mets, like you said, they just have a mind of their own. They're tough. Are we blocked in here? He's got one bomb left, trying to get to the right side of this. There's good patient combat you're seeing on Leslie's side, like you're talking about, is really fighting really smart, not letting the Darknet run into you. A couple close calls there on half tiles, but did make it through. All right, no bombs. That bomb from Random, he had to do something to it. Nothing dropping him bombs here. Luckily, it allowed him to come to the side of this, but we gotta hope there's no more bomb blocks here.
Yeah, that was kind of a last-ditch effort for Random, unless he can find a room to drop something for him.
Leslie's side still going through this too. Again, we don't have any items out of this. Idea.
Well, there was the floor item in level 7.
What was it?
It was the magic boomerang.
Okay. All right. So level 6 it is, man.
The one true nanner and another.
Oh no!
Mug room, and you can't get there from here.
Oh my gosh!
Random has to sacrifice a heart to avoid having to fight that Wizrobe room again.
And then I would have done that in a heartbeat. But he tried to bomb right here, didn't he? Okay, good. I thought what was going to happen was they had a Dig Dogger block earlier. I thought that was going to be, yeah, you can't go this way. I think you need to come back here after
oh man,
getting the ladder, getting the recorder, then coming back and getting the Triforce. Can't use the recorder to get back up here.
That's rough.
Was there? I was looking for a staircase. Was there a stair that we didn't take before?
We'll see.
Leslie is out of 2. Alright, so let's see if this takes you to the right side. Probably right under the L. I'm guessing 3 down from...
I need to talk to you about this.
Oh, no!
You're right, but...
Oh my gosh! What are the odds? Oh my god, he's got to be swear. He's random. So what he did right there is he put his pin back on his marker really hard, and you heard a click on his screen, and then he slammed it on the table. Exactly what you heard on Random screen. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Random's going back to 6. I like this play. Leslie in 6 too. So here we go, Liquid. Unbeknownst to Leslie, Random did a lot of this knowledge gathering. Leslie's in the right dungeon.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing for Leslie is that those early items that Random picked up have not really progressed him at this point in the game. That does not mean that, so Leslie has to play even a little bit through this redig of level 6, and who knows, we could come out of there with a very different outlook on this race.
Hey, we got a stair. Leslie's side, we got a stair. Oh, stair it is.
But we both know it's not polite to stare, and
that's right.
That will take him to the other side of the dungeon.
Alright, so where are we going? Both have the Anti Key. Everything's going to be available to him. We know it's not going to be a... Unless we missed a bomb hole or something inside level 2. But no, we had the map for that, so I think past 6, I think we're pretty much pot committed here. There's that same exact stair. He's pretty excited right now. He's going to be a little hard in 3 seconds. So what? Can Leslie find this ladder first, turn on the afterburners, and make this a fantastic race? There's really one Triforce between them, and it's level 5, which Leslie's been in and done some exploration already.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing for Random is he knows what kind of item he's looking for, but the good thing for Leslie is finding the floor drop in level 6 is pretty important as well.
Alright, so Leslie going back, kind of tracing back through. Random's down in the southwest, which we have not seen. Leslie goes a different way, but I think Random just found the room right here. It's the book! What in the world is the seed?
Oh man.
Okay,
what are we lacking here? Yeah, I hate doing item recaps, but we gotta think this through now.
Yeah, I'm tracking right here on Z Helper as we're doing this. Here's the deal. Level 2, we have 2 items that we don't know, but we think we're blocked in the south, which has both items past that block. Level 3, they weren't able to find anything in level 3 whatsoever. I'm pretty sure they explored all of that because they have a map to level 3.
Yeah, they were ladder blocked in 3.
Level 4 had a drop item, which was the Any Key, but not the actual staircase item. That's the one we're missing out of level 4, and that's it. They have every other item in the game between them for level 4 and on, besides 4 stair. They're missing every item in the game for 1, 2, and 3. It's rare that you're missing the items this late on the first 3 easier levels. It's got to be 3. I think we're blocked in 3, but I think there's a route that they haven't taken because of key doors. I think there's got to be something about 3.
Right, yeah, I mean, Random ducked into 4 for a half a second, but maybe he was looking offhand at his map and thinking it was a different dungeon.
Yeah, I think once he saw the shape of it, he remembered, okay, we had a block. He's looking at his map right now. Remember we were blocked in the south? Right there was a dig dogger. There was nothing past that for him. He's got to be losing his mind right now.
Yeah, and we have the benefit, as always, of seeing both racers. When you're in this situation, 48 minutes in, and you're RandomEffekt and you're having this kind of struggle, you have a hard time comprehending your opponent being in the same situation as you.
Yeah, you think whatever you've missed, they found 20 minutes ago. And not only do you have to find it, but then you have to play catch-up. That's what's going on in your head. Okay, so this is going to help Random. He just cleared that room out, and a key dropped, which means, okay, maybe there's other rooms in here I did not clear, and it's going to make him go back through this room by room.
Yeah, that's a good call. Like, I always try to leave drops like that if I don't need them. Like, for example, a key when I have the Any Key.
Oh my gosh, I think Leslie just died in the room that had the book without seeing the book, so has to go all the way back there.
I could have sworn that he got down into the
Oh, did he? Okay, good.
Into the staircase. But yeah, that would be rough.
Yeah, as quickly as he came back in, I thought maybe he did. I'm glad to hear that he did. So Leslie has not seen the bow. Okay, so Leslie's missing the bow out of the floor drop here. I don't know where it is, but he's been clearing every room, so he should find it pretty quickly. There it is.
We got a new ball game now.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that he's missing is the raft out of 5, and he knows that's a not too difficult of a dungeon. He was running out of keys and stuff. It was a resource-starved dungeon early on. Going to get the power bracelet right now, and what this is going to allow him to do, he can now use the power bracelet to go from vanilla start over to the west, and he can do level 5 and do this check for level 9, vanilla level 9, because of this power bracelet now.
That's some high level routing you're doing there, but it appears to be, it's on the mind of a Leslie Pro.
Yeah. I don't know if maybe he's picking up some bombs or arrows. just got the bow. Okay, heads up here. Even though the pull really too much of a problem yet in the dungeons, this is because pulls always around the overworld. And there's some bomb purchase too. Arrows are going to allow him now without the wand, because he's not seen the wand in 5, to do long distance 2-point damage. So everything Random's done to get an offensive advantage is now completely gone.
Yeah, Random just bought arrows as well. And they are headed to the same spot.
Yeah, level 3. So I think it was the key blocks. And a lot of times at one of these earlier dungeons, sometimes you go through it and you get the course and you don't write down why you left a place. Remember those 2 doors side by side, left and right, when you came out of the Red Gorilla room and you were hoping for bombs there and it was a map? That room right there, neither one of these runners went left from.
Gotcha.
No, Random, you cannot open the door by shooting an arrow at the block. I'm pretty sure that's what just happened.
Yep. And here's a key door he has not opened to an orphaned room in level 3.
They're side by side. Liquid.
It's just a key.
Side by side. Yeah, they've got to go through that stairway. That's the key to this. Or they never cleared this guy. Leslie tried, but didn't have anything to kill it with. Okay, Leslie's skipping out. Random tried. There was nothing there. They've got to go through that stair.
Oh, man.
This is great. I love matches like this. I love this.
It's just phenomenal that they're making these discoveries at the same exact time.
Think in the last 51 minutes where their routing has taken them differently, and they're back in the same rooms.
Yep.
Insane.
They even both went right first.
And you know what? They're both going to grab this ladder and go, son of a... Because... It's right there. Because they're sitting there thinking, okay, the other person got this 20 minutes. That's exactly what they're thinking.
Absolutely. And we're going to have the pleasure of pointing out to them that it was darn near simultaneous.
And they're going to see it. And hopefully this is the silvers and puts you in go mode. It's just a heart container, so they still have the silvers that they got to work. So now Random's sitting here thinking, okay, do I go through every single item here before I go to 9 to play it safe, or do I look at my clock and say 52 minutes, I have 3 Triforces? I can't do that.
Yeah, I feel like you can afford a little bit of digging in the dungeon under Recorder Lake that you haven't seen yet. But
yeah, it is level 1. They don't have a red... If they had already had a red ring, they might gamble a little more, but without that, if they miss and they happen to get a red ring or something, that helps you out tremendously inside 9.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you know... Alright, Random is a fantastic scroll. When he's doing this, he's nervous. And I've seen this out of him before, and he's a great closer, so you're going to see him kind of step on the pedal now. We talked about that at the very beginning. But he's infringing on, almost an hour in these that he averaged right around 50 minutes on coming into this. So this to him is, crap, I'm behind, and that's why he's getting a little bit nervous here, just because you don't want to drop a game that, you added one missed key door in a level could cost you the whole thing.
Okay. Leslie left without the ladder. I'm not sure how that happened.
Oh no. That's exactly why you went back there to clear that and light sword. And all these blocks. That's crazy. Again, we don't want to guess, hindsight's 2020. We're this from up on a perch. Holy cow. So now Random gets to go in this 4. He needs to Triforce out of here anyway. Gets past this block. He's looking for just a stairway, which he's going to find right here. Looking for silvers. Finds another heart. Says no. And not grabbing hearts like this without the red ring means I feel like I'm behind.
Yeah, this is hurry mode from Random for sure.
So that leaves us down to the stairway item in 3. Nope, that was a heart. So it leaves us down to level 2, having 2 items that we've not seen yet, and the items lakes. We have 5 outstanding items still outside of level 9. Your silvers right now have a 28% chance of being inside 9. probably not good enough to gamble on. Leslie suddenly gets the raft in 5. Things are getting tighter. But that ladder is going to loom large.
That's, it's very unfortunate, and it's also going to be, in the long run, probably unforgivable. And Leslie will be the first one to say they couldn't forgive themselves for making that play.
Yeah, 100%. There's no way I clear this room out. Nope. If I'm random, I'm going to find a new... Yeah, get that compass and point me back there if you need. All right, good. I don't have to do that. Make the seed point you back to a difficult room. Heads up move.
Yeah, I mean, there are those moments when throwing caution to the wind and clearing a tough room without knowing you have to do it pays off, but it's almost always worth it to try to find out whether or not you have to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and chat's a little talking about the ladder and kicking yourself for not finding stuff. It's one of those things too, to where as a seed goes on as a runner, I haven't done this before in Z1 Rando, and Liquid, you're going to echo this, I know. Once you start seeing that time just creep up and up and up, you start making unconventional plays. If this was 30 minutes ago and Leslie had the any key, Leslie would have found every single floor drop in 3, every single item, cleared out all the rooms, and with no problem. But the problem is you start looking at that time and you're like, I got to get done. I'm clearing this out too slow. Let's go to 5. I've got the Triforce here. Let's go to 5. And you start making plays that don't make sense in your head if you go back and rewatch it, you know?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's that gotta go fast mentality. Now, Leslie is dipping back in because he probably figures the ladder is here in level 5. It's gonna be one of those sweet sorrow things when he finds the raft, the wand instead. Random, meanwhile, picking up a heart container in level 2.
Okay, so we're down to 2 out of 6, so we're 33% chance for silvers to be. Still not enough for me to go. Might be for them. But Random's going to get another item out of here. Before getting the Triforce. Just don't get Y-Forced here and then have to go all the way back.
Yeah. Stay away from the middle of the room.
That's exactly why he's doing this right there. Yep.
And there it was, yep.
Oh, God. No red ring, but you've got the wand and white sword, so it makes it a little more manageable, and I like this. You're checking this first because this is just a free item, like your silvers. You go get your Triforce and don't have to do that room.
Indeed.
Perfect.
Well played by Random.
All right, so that puts Random into Triforce and Go mode. Needs to clean up 3 dungeons. 1 he has not seen, the smallest one in the entire game. 7 and 8 should be pretty easy to clear up. All he needed was a ladder, I believe, for 7. The recorder for 7, and he should be good to go there. Leslie's got a lot of work. Yep, so we will knock that out on the tracker when it updates. We promise you, we know where they are. And Random is now going probably to 7, just because of proximity. And then you'll probably see an up A or maybe a whistle to 5 and walk down to 1 or something like that. You're good, dude. Pass the brownies, man. I'm hungry. It's only been an hour and I'm already starving. That's just... I need to eat. It's a cake. Something.
Leslie finds the wand. Good find, but it's like finding the map in that room in level 8, was it earlier?
Yeah. You're happy, but not that happy.
Now, welcome back to level 7.
Alright, so we talked about this before. Now he's in Go mode, Triforce and Go, so if he finds the Triforce 1 room in, he's already made plays that says he thinks he's behind. He might not go for that rip.
Yeah, fortunately, he does know where it is in here. It's kind of a pain to get to.
I wonder if there's a bomb hole going on.
There has to be. Or like,
No, I'm talking about from the bait block.
oh,
Just to
yeah.
save you 10 seconds. Doesn't matter. He's going north this way. Oh, this was the stair, so it doesn't even matter. Never mind.
Yeah, we just took a much more circuitous route to it earlier.
So Leslie is getting the introduction to level 7. The first time he's seen this room, trying to bomb left. Don't blame him. Want to get out of here. Now is going to be very confused about where to go. This is going to be gut check time for Leslie. Okay, do I do this? Or do I go back to level 3 or something else? Grabbing a heart, has no bombs. This is going to be very, very... 4 hearts, no bombs. There wasn't much over here in the way. I mean, you can get some fairies, like you can ferry up here, but that's about it. Triforce for random at 1 hour and 1 minute. Still needs 2 more. Alright, so... Yeah, you see the death's just taking a toll. 13 deaths. This is a very rough liquid. I do not envy either of these runners in this one. This was tough.
Yeah, and I want to say that the blue Wizrobes even rolled up too, which made that room in level 7 just a tad more fun.
Yeah, a little bit. This is the first time Leslie's seen this dungeon. It could have been 1. Very surprised this check didn't come earlier for him, just because you're missing so many items. It could have been 1 on your map, but no harm, no foul. It's level 9, so a little bit of fortunate luck there. Here comes level 1.
Hey, our first glimpse.
So Ram's going to clear this out. This room can drop as well as be an item, so let's take a look here. This close to the start, usually this room is going to be a transport, but we'll see. This is the Triforce.
And, oh, I kind of thought, yeah. You could take a quick look to see if it was an item, and then...
Does he bounce?
Etc.
Does he bounce?
I think he does.
Yeah, he's gone. Peace. See ya. Forward my last paycheck to the next address, sir. I'm out of here.
Just with the thought process we've put together on random, he's
going to 9 without the full Triforce, unless we have 8 and didn't realize it. Which could be. I mean, we've been known to do those things, chat. And he does. He's got the full Triforce. All right, good to go.
Okay.
With perfect information now, we know random is in 9. Looking pig, looking for a guy. Sorry, he's looking for Link.
Yeah, I was kind of of the mind that, you know, I tend to trust him.
Oh, absolutely. As soon as he made that play, I knew we were. And there's a Zelda.
Unless there's a Wallmaster in the wall.
It could have been. I think he's marking it on his map right now because he's about to die. So that was him grabbing the whiteboard saying, Zelda here, question. Like you said, it could have been a Wallmaster because we had a clock. He might go just to confirm that right now.
Yeah, not exactly a huge excursion.
No Wallmaster, so that checks out.
All right.
Good eyes on your part to even think about that. I would not have. And left a Wallmaster there and went back there after killing Ganon and been a fool. And taking stairways. Again, you got the any key, so exploration and 11 bombs. He could have done anything. But one thing stairways allows you to do, one, it knocks out 2 rooms at once because you're taking both stairways. But the second thing is could be upgraded here a little bit with a red ring. So I like this play sometimes when you're missing either offense or defense to take more stairways than usual. This could just be his routing and just what he's seen in this early 9 of, I got to do something different. Alright, well that was a little weird because this is not going to drop anything. I don't know if he hears something right now. I don't have the audio up and I apologize. Let's see if I can...
He seems determined to get through that key door.
Sure did. there's my echo. Never mind.
Now, Random did have a potion earlier, but we all saw how wonderful that first room in level 7 was, and that took up his potions.
So again, taking stairs, and this is allowing him just to get a lot of broad coverage inside of 9. Doesn't usually take you on the direct route. There's usually a direct route to him or her. But when you take every single stair, you're seeing the majority of corners in the game, and you're able to hear so many things because of that. So it's different philosophies for everybody. Some people say when you're completely go mode, don't take any stairs and just go until the level 9 turns you away. And some people say take them all.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know that you can really say one strategy is valid and the other one isn't. Maybe one works more for you than it does another person. But other than that, I mean, yeah, it's a matter of, are you wanting to precisely clear out in an exact order everything and find Ganon like RandomEffekt is right now.
Random in the Ganon fight with the white sword, it's only going to take 8 hits. We know he's wood sword. Stun lock 15 earlier. There's 4, 5, 6, 7. A perfect Ganon fight there, catching him twice. One of the masters at the Ganon fight, RandomEffekt, just the up AOA now. He knows where she is. All he's got to do is cross that bridge. Bring us home, Liquid.
All right. Doing the non-required ladder clip, technically, into the dark room, and with a time of 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 42 seconds, because somebody named me started the clock early. RandomEffekt finishing in first place. He has won match 2 and will be advancing to the next round. Maybe our first competitor into the 3rd round.
I think he is. I think that's accurate. Absolutely. We are going to get Mr. RandomEffekt in here as well. When he's done celebrating, he's got to go wake his kid up because, babies just love to sleep. So good effort by Leslie. Saw some good things, saw some good routing decisions, and not just, I think, blocks that just left him unable to do what he wanted to do in this seed. So I think that was the difference. We saw a lot of good routing on his part and good decision making, but just coming up short in 5 of having that wand and the combat advantage random for a lot of this seed is going to ultimately be the difference here.
And we are joined by a Victor RandomEffekt. Congratulations! I'd like to say all that, but I think Redbird had a number A1 question he wanted to ask you, if you remember that.
Yeah, dude, you missed a bush. When you went to burn a bush, you missed to the right, and I wanted to ask you what happened.
I don't know. This is a new controller. I'm still getting used to all the movement with it, but yes, I missed the 100 secret bush. Thank you, Redbird. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
That's the one mistake you have to point out. Not that I left the ladder in 3 for an hour or whatever the hell it was.
Dude, we were thinking with you. We're like, where do they go? Well, let's go to 7. And then we finally went back to on the ladder. You guys found it actually. You found the room in the path to the ladder at the same time. Leslie bounced from 3 a room away. Didn't clear the room that the ladder was in. So you guys were there at the same time. You had a Triforce lead and knowledge in the world than he did. But it was crazy because 50 minutes in or whatever, 40 minutes in, you finally end up in the same room with the ladder. We all missed it too. We all missed it in 3.
I just wanted to do that 8 blue Wizrobe room in 7 3 times. I didn't want to do it twice. I didn't want to do it twice. 2 is a bad number. 3 is a good number.
It was very skilled combat though, so we appreciate the tutorial on it.
You should have seen how many eye rolls I had at every ladder block that I had. Everything was ladder blocks.
Wait, hold on. I got to ask this question too. So one time there was a moment in commentary where he said, so this is Random taking his pin, putting his cap back on and slamming it on the table. Did that happen once or twice this seed?
When I found the ladder in 3, I I marked it, and I slammed the pen down so hard it flung off the table and into the trash can.
I knew
And
it, dude.
I
knew it.
halfway had sense to just leave it there.
Right.
I'm glad you so much. I'm like, I know exactly where that pin's going.
What'd you ask, LH?
I said right to the trash can where the seed belonged, huh?
Pretty much. This was, both seeds were pretty heavy on combat overall, with no red ring in sight. I mean, red ring was in 9 in the first one. I have no idea where red ring was in this one. It could have been in 1. It could have been in 1 or 9. I think that was the only 2 spots I had left.
Yeah, that's all between the two of you that we didn't see was all 3 items.
Okay, so yeah, it's somewhere, and with this seed's probably a 9, and it's just it's hard when you have to go through 8 whiz robes early on to get anywhere in 7, and then you had to take those stairs. You got blocked everywhere. I was really pissed. Probably the more pissed than I ever been in this game, in this seed, was when I got stuck in 7 in the dig dogger room, and I knew I had to go back through that 8 whiz robe room again, and I was like, God, you got to be kidding me. Little did I know I had to do it 3 times, but that was probably the maddest I was, that I was deciding, I'll just go one more room over here and see what's up. Blah, blah, blah.
But you missed a bush. That's all I gotta say. So what's been up with you, man? Other than killing Z1R, I mean, consistency and just how good you are. And this seed was trolling. I mean, there's so many blocks and whatnot. So the time, I'm not really too worried about that. You're consistently killing these seeds. What's up besides this? What are you doing?
Not a lot. I got baby % going on, so I'm not streaming as much as I used to. But I still stream when I can, and we have. I'll make a small plug. I know I maybe shouldn't do this, but
go for it.
Angry Larry has a tournament coming up, the Elite Tournament that I'm in, and I've been practicing the game for that. We do those about twice a year, I think, roughly.
I saw you playing that. That game looked really hard to.
Yeah, it's called Kaizu Chojin Shupi Bimon 0. Say that 5 times fast.
Nice.
A household favorite.
Yeah.
Did you have to eBay that and type that all in?
No. I got it playing on the flashcard because it's actually a Satellaview game on the Super Nintendo.
I got you.
And I got it on my flashcard after some BIOS and updates. It's really fun. It's a very, very fun game. Kind of like a Poverty Mega Man X, but really good. Really fun. So I've been practicing that when I'm not doing Zelda, just to make sure I don't embarrass myself. But other than that,
tonight.
just chilling.
Gotcha.
We did have a question in chat asking, throughout this season, probably especially upon discovery of the ladder, what your mindset is at that point. How you feel, whether or not how far you're behind, and how that affects your play from that point forward.
Oh, I was expecting a done from Leslie Pro at any moment after I got the ladder. Pretty much when I was still tracking the ladder, it was like 50 minutes in, I was like, I don't know where this ladder is. This is ridiculous. And the only reason, like, besides the done not coming, that I just didn't stop and forfeit was the bow being buried in 6th where it was. I got kind of lucky to get that on the first try. I just wanted one item out of there before I grabbed the Triforce, and I got kind of lucky on that. I was like, okay, the bow could be trolly. The ladder was trolly for me. The bow could be trolly for them. Let's just keep going and see how it works out. And I had a pretty good 9.
Yeah, your 9 was very solid.
Unlike the first race.
Yeah. That first race was nuts.
First race 9 was ridiculous. I had to gleave for bombs. Ganon was in the last possible spot that he could be for me to hear him. Like, not the last room that I ever went into, but that spot was the last non-adjacent spot that I had not been to, in a way. Like, I had to go there to hear the one room that I couldn't hear anywhere else. That was... I expected a done on that, too, as long as I was in 9. I thought that was really bad as well. So I played okay for what I was given. I just made some, routing mistakes here and there, not going... I had it marked on my thing that 3 was key blocked, but I found the wrong key block and then found the ladder block. So I was like, oh, now I just erased key and put ladder block, and that's...
Oh, no.
I was like, oh, the ladder's not in 3. Because I don't mark everything closely like that. I probably should, but I don't use Z helper or anything like that. I use, markers and dry erase boards. And
Well,
I
it's
only
funny
mapped
because when you start walking back to 3, we both said, "Oh, remember that Guerrilla room with the key doors to the right and left? That's where they've got to go." And it didn't hit us until you started walking there. So
Yeah, I had that I needed keys, but I didn't write down how many and where.
right, that's good.
So it is what it is. Happy to get 2-0 here and move on. This is it's been a pretty fun tournament overall. I like how it's been structured and ran, and it's going to be hopefully done in a much more timely manner than other tournaments. And I actually do like the best of 3. Like single elimination best of 3 is better in my mind than double elimination best of 1.
Yeah, I'm with you there, 100%. Speaking of that, you are the first person to actually move into the round of 2. How often have you raced Zarnax, Freiteeth, Alan Heffley? Any history?
I've raced all them a decent amount. Probably I've raced Freiteeth and Zarnax more than I've raced the Alan Heffley from the University of Kentucky.
Right.
Yeah, so Zarnax is a very, very good player, very good vanilla runner, has been around forever. Of those 3, he probably scares me the most because he did beat me in the vanilla tournament to knock me down to 3-2 going into the brackets. I just had a really bad run, and he had a very, very solid run for his time. I know he can put up very, very good times. I've lost on occasion, I think, to Freiteeth as well. I'm not sure about my history with Alan Heffley because I don't think I've raced him very often. But I feel pretty comfortable against almost anybody in this tournament. This flag set is actually going to have quite a few upsets, I think. It takes out some variation but replaces it with others. And if you just dig the right spot at the right time, you can just gain so much time on any opponent that you can literally beat anybody. And that's kind of scary. With shuffled caves around, if I miss an item in one dungeon, you at least still have to probably do most of the overworld, and that just takes time. In this, you don't have to do that. It's just item diving. So if you miss a key item early on and somebody gets it, that just like if somehow Leslie Pro just got a few keys and decided I'm going back to 3 at 15 minutes in, this has a completely different outcome, I think.
Yeah, that's huge. And because of Leslie's natural routing, Leslie went up to Vanilla 1 first, which we know is 8. If you were able to pull some keys out of there and then walk into 3 with keys, like you said, now you got ladder at 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, somewhere in there. It is a different ballgame. What do you think adding the guaranteed raft and recorder does to these flags?
It just makes you dig more. It makes gambles a little harder, and it makes you dig more. And I've kind of told myself, at least for the time being in these brackets, and in the qualifier races in the brackets, I basically never leave the silvers outside of 9. There's really no reason to, even with Heart Shuffle on. So I've basically been 100%ing, quote unquote, as much as I needed to seeds, just because the time sink in level 9 or the time sink to go back to dungeons sometimes is really not worth leaving an item in a dungeon. But I wanted, at least in level 6 with such an easy Triforce and I had so many other spots to do, I just wanted one item and then I got out like I did. That would be like the only play I would make, like level 7 in the first race, I think as well. The Triforce was so quick that there's really no need to dive 7 that early. But I definitely would dive 7 before going into 9 to try to get silvers if still needed.
Yeah, it's a great philosophy. It's one that I've tried to mirror from you guys, the ones finishing really well in week 5 of the qualifier. Watching what made a lot of sense just to 100%. And like you said, if you get early Triforce in 6 or 7, try to find one item or
yeah.
Well, cleanup's easier, and sometimes you don't even have to clean up.
Yeah, for me especially, I know that I have a combat advantage over a lot of the field, so I'd rather lose because I dug certain dungeons. Like my digging 100% is probably similar to a lot of the field's digging 80%. So I feel like I have that advantage and I want to use it. And especially in the qualifiers, you know, I'm not racing anybody, I'm just racing time. So I play the law of averages all day long and just say, if I 100% every seed and get it done in 50 minutes or whatever on average, that's great. Like, that's all I need to keep moving forward. And as you saw, I was the number 11 seed. I never won any week, but I was the top of the people that didn't win any weeks.
That's what we talked about at the very beginning. We said, you know, it's up. You know, never won one of the weeks, but just the style that you play, you're always going to finish very, very high. And it showed tonight. I mean, you know, no matter what the seed throws at you, you're still going to finish very well. So,
yeah, let's see if I can keep
GG's.
riding it. Thank you.
What do you got, Liquid? Anything else?
For random, just get in there and take care of that little girl.
Yeah, how's your daughter?
Oh, fantastic.
Wonderful. Yeah, I'm actually on.
Jealous when the girl now.
I'm on leave from work right now, so I get 100, like quite a lot of time with the little one.
It's nice. Sleeping good? Everybody healthy?
Yeah, she's doing all right. Yeah,
Good.
Everything's great.
Good.
She's huge for
Is
her age.
I know that feeling.
Yes. So I'll tell you, she's at just past 3 months and she's already over double her birth weight.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah, I know.
It's way better than the alternative.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I gotta keep thinking about. It's like you gotta. I think Liquid actually said it in one of the parenting discords that we have that you know, that it's better to be concerned about overeating than undereating.
That's right.
Like, in a way.
100% of the time. But yeah, I mean, I think it started to even out a little bit now at, you know, 18, 19 months. But, I mean, we were looking at, you know, early on, she was like 90th percentile weight and 125th percentile for height, you know, and then...
Wait, how does that work?
Well, it was just off the charts. I mean, technically 99th percentile. I know I'm talking to a stats guy here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, talk to that doctor there.
Yeah.
Liquid husband is being hyperbolic.
Yes. But, no, yeah, like 99th percentile to the nth degree. Mm-hmm. And now it's just like 95th percentile height and, like, you know, middling out weight. I mean, her arms go down to like her shins. She's gonna be a world-class tennis player someday.
Nice.
And unfortunately, you see it on Leslie's side. Leslie call it quits there at level 7. Experienced exactly what Random did. Got through those. Found the heart container under there. Knew there was one more. Took a death. Didn't want those whiz ribs again. And just gonna throw in the towel. Do not blame Leslie one bit. Everyone's had a seed like this, and unfortunately, just did not work out tonight.
Yeah, props though. I mean, both races sticking it out for a little while to try to see it through, but you know, man.
And Chad, get your GGs in there too. Sorry, Liquid, to cut you off. Everybody kind of scatters. Leslie's going to come in for a couple words, but Leslie had a heck of a run, heck of a tournament. Won first round, 2-1 again over Tetra. And then, fell to one of the best in the game here at RandomEffekt, which, 99% of people will do in this tournament if he doesn't win the whole freaking thing. So great tourney run for Leslie. And I think he joined us now in chat.
Yep, that I did. This is definitely not how I envisioned this going out, with getting 2 back-to-back seeds that were just simply atrocious.
That they were. That was, tough sledding for sure. Do you want to know about the ladder?
It wasn't just the ladder I was after, it was also the recorder, and I got through that one room of heck to start 7, and then I'm like, no, out of bombs. Ugh.
Yeah, well, the recorder was on the coast.
So
the ladder was really the key issue. It was in level 3, and you were in the room, and did not clear it.
You gotta be kidding me. That's just my luck in a nutshell, as I swear I cleared every room in that dungeon, came up with nothing.
I think it was it Blue Dark Nuts in there?
It was a 2-turret room, if I remember.
Yes, 2 turrets in the middle.
Yeah, but what was the enemy?
I think it was Dark Nuts.
Yeah, I think it was Blue Dark Nuts, and I had the wand and the white sword at that point. But I left the ladder in 3 for so long because I knew I needed keys for 3, but I mismarked on my tracker that I could go through a staircase and use more keys. And if it makes you feel any better, I had to go through that level 7 Wizrobe room 3 times.
Disgusting. There's some things that should not be in this game, and turrets with dark nuts, come on. That's not fair for everybody.
Yeah,
Randomizer go hang out in level 8.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing is, too, Leslie, I know it's not better, but you guys were in the room with the ladder at the same time. You guys both discovered where you needed to go, and unfortunately you didn't clear it, but you were right there neck and neck at that point. You're only a Triforce behind. It was a very, very close race, knowledge-wise, all the way till that point, and it just diverged from there, and Random was able to turn on the afterburners after getting the ladder, and then you just left that room, and that was kind of the game right there. It was all the way up until 40-minute mark. It was anybody's ball game. So it was a very good race tonight to see.
Well, at least they kept it interesting for that long. I did not want anything to do with that room, period, because I was basically doing everything else, and I was not coming back there. That's just too really... not the performances I wanted tonight, unfortunately, because I felt like I could have done better, but the randomizer decided to roll... Basically, if snake eyes were troll faces, that's what came up.
Well, we talked about this too, Leslie, that, you had a lot of blocks, and outside of the blocks you were given, the combat was good, the decision-making was good, the routing was on point. I mean, like, everything else that was in your control, you did very well, and it was a good display, so it's not like, we just, hit our heads against a brick wall the entire night. You did a lot of really, really good things. It's just the seed through some wrinkles that we couldn't get over tonight. So well done in this seed too. Don't hang your head or anything like that. It was well played. It's just sometimes a seed's a seed.
Thanks, and that's the thing with any randomizer. We've seen it. Name it. You've seen it. It's the seed.
Yeah, and if it makes you, like, I don't know if you knew it or not, but the red ring was in this seed was either in 1 under the recorder lake or it was a 9. I didn't check because I was in go mode at that point, and I went 1 room in level 1 to the Triforce and up and got out. So red ring would have been very helpful in a lot of these spots.
Yeah, I seem to be affected more by needing to have a ring for tough combat, and with no ring, I'm left out there. And also on a side note, I am hearing an echo from somewhere.
It's Redbird.
It's always Redbird. I'll turn my mic off. You guys carry on with it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. This was just a tough run of seed. This was just a tough run of things that I could not overcome tonight, which proves that, well, my comment would have been on my bouncer. Zelda Rando, easy to learn, ages to master, and that's definitely what we're looking at here, because I'm definitely will not be the last you see of me for Z1R. It's just going to take some time to get to the skill level of other players with more seasoning. I could see myself making a run in next year's tournament, say, depending on the flags. I mean, if it's swordless, probably not, because I saw how bad that could get.
Well, Swordless Randomizer is actually not as bad. I think Swordless Vanilla is worse than Swordless Randomizer, personally. You get creative use out of a lot of items, and usually early on you can potentially get a wand that just, like, so easy that it just opens up the seed. Very few times in that Swordless tournament did I feel like the combat was way above sort of a normal pace in a way. You just got to be able to... I think the most important thing with Swordless is movement and not getting hit. Like, you just need a bit of movement and careful movement and getting your 10 counts to get your bombs going, and that's about it. But yeah, this game's hard. Like, it's like, I've been playing it now for, going on 4 years, speedrunning it, and it's really tough and challenging and very rewarding. And it's, as you said, it's easy to pick up and easy to learn, but it's really hard to master and get really good at some of that tough combat. So I props for sticking with it, and yeah, I'm happy to see you in the next tournament. Just crush it.
Well, I'll be around because now I'll be able to do some more commentary because I know you guys have been having some meeting folks there, so I'll be around. Might just take tomorrow night off to rest and relax.
You do that. Yeah, we only had 11 races between 8 and 11 p.m. tonight. Well, as for tonight, is what it is, and I've got a lot of stuff to learn on, but all in good due time because I do have another tournament that I have to get ready for, and as well as moving soon. So I got a full plate.
What else you playing, Leslie? What other tournament you got going on?
The next one coming up in about a month. Link to the Past tournament. Rando.
Awesome. Good luck in that.
Oh, thanks. We'll see how that one goes, but then again, the fields for both these tournaments are gonna be stacked. This one's stacked. That one's gonna be stacked. But I gotta wonder, what would it take to get Andy to play this?
Z1?
Yeah.
Actual skill at a real game. Oh! Just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
I was not expecting that.
I'm totally kidding.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. That's a good dude, and whatever he does, I don't know. Somebody go over there and just ask him to play, I guess.
I think I've seen him. I thought I saw him play Zelda 1 at one point, but I can't remember. But yeah, Zelda 1 and Link to the Past are quite different beasts. I think Zelda 1 is much really about combat, and Zelda 3, Link to the Past, is really about movement optimization, just pure movement optimization to get that time lower.
Yeah. I would not disagree there. Yeah, I've seen a few of the Super Nintendo homeboys try to hit this game up and turn around and go the other way.
It's got a clunky movement system. I can't blame them. It's you got to really get used to the movement system in this. It's so different than Link to the Past.
I mean, if we're talking about a Zelda game with terrible movement in it, why are we talking about Zelda 1?
2.
The gridded system, fun, huh? Well, Leslie, GG's, well played and good turn. Made it.
Thanks.
Really
Actually, to put it in a lighter perspective, take tonight, throw it in the trash can. I actually made it a lot farther in this tournament than I even imagined I would, because I thought I would have been done after round 1. Unfortunately, that only lasted one round further, but hey, you know what? Still a darn good run. And I still got a lot of stuff to learn off of this, so I'll be back. That's a promise.
GG.
Awesome, dude.
And with that, GG's RandomEffekt, and good luck in the next round.
Thank you.
Yeah, Random, I think we're going to close this out, but GG.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thanks for commentating, and thanks for Randomania for the restream tonight. We appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see who I go up against in a few weeks or whatever.
That's right. Liquid, it's past my bedtime. I gotta get my Cocoa Pebbles and go to bed, so take us out of here, sir.
All right, thanks, Redbird. Do want to give a couple quick shout-outs first to our trackers, both Deadboy42 and Bogey Smalls, who stuck around for a second after the first race to help us out with a little bit of the tracking. Props to both of you. I clicked, I think, about 2 buttons in total, so the rest of it was all by you guys. Much love to you all. Shout-outs to Math Girl and everyone at Randomania, my favorite restream channel for the Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament, for helping us get this race on here. Biggest props, as always, to the runners, RandomEffekt and Leslie Pro 04. Redbird Grad, I was dead certain at some point in time tonight I was going to be doing a commentary on a race all by myself. I could not have thought of a better remedy for that than to sit here and have an hour-and-a-half long conversation with you, which is something I could have done anyway.
Dude, it's a lot of fun. It's fun calling these matches. It's even more fun when you call it with somebody that you actually have. So, pleasure to share the booth. You're the pro. I'm the guy just learning the skill. So,
whatever, dude.
I'm following your footsteps. Hopefully, I'm doing it right.
Always modest, Redbird Grad. So, we do thank you all out there in chat for hanging out with us and watching these races. I will throw a link out in chat here in just a second for an upcoming schedule. You can check out all the matches coming in over the next few days. See where they're at. Come join us. Have some fun. And until then, just stay safe and play lots of Zelda.
Good night, everybody.